I inherited this solid chest of drawers from my late mother, God rest her soul. She was a great one for finding good bits of furniture in second-hand shops back in the 1970s. However, this has seen better days and is in need of a lot of cleaning and attention. It's clear that I can't sand it too much as it's covered in veneer, as you can see from the broken sections on the top. I'm just sanding off the varnish. Looks nice, a lovely reddish hue, but I feel still not light enough for me. Like the rest of the world, I'm not that into dark wood furniture, unlike the Victorians. Need to take off the handles, some of which were really stuck, but I had an idea. How about using part of a jigsaw blade to pick out the glue? Oh, I'll give it a go. I'll give anything a try. But, well, no. And if all else fails, hit it with a hammer. And if that fails, hit it harder with a hammer. Right, cleaning. It's had little attention while we were running around dealing with more important things than dust and getting rid of the nasty bits of veneer. I'd rather trim off the damaged area than replace it than try and get a smooth surface with wood filler, although that might have been a lot quicker. The pieces that came off were mostly not really attached, so I think it turned out to be the better approach. I got my pieces of veneer from the Wood Veneer Hub, and they were generously big enough for this patch project. I'm adding in a piece of veneer which is not the right wood and not going in the right direction, but this is a fixer-upper, not faithful restoration. I've also got some construction veneer, which is slightly thicker, for doing the corner piece. It's always looked as though something is missing, although I have no idea. It could be a design feature, but I'm going to fill it in anyway. Also satisfyingly about veneer, you can just cut it with scissors, which is great. Once I had the right size cut, stuck it down and then fixed in place by various means while it dries. I'm undercoating the whole piece with a shellac based paint which sticks to everything and kills your brushes, but it's the best undercoat I've ever used. But it is called Bin, B-I-N. The jokes just line themselves up. Now to replace the drawer stops. They stop the drawers going too far into the chest. They were not original, so I've put some better ones in by cutting just pieces of waste wood, sanding them down, and use this high-tech method to make sure that they are the right distance from the edge. It was absolutely tipping down for part of this video, so all the work had to happen in the kitchen. Now the veneer is dried and it's really satisfyingly smooth. A coat of this lovely paint. Getting everything out the garden, into the house, and then checking out the handles. I did think about changing them, but I like these. They fit well. An awkward sand though. I added a layer of patina, one of my favourite furniture products. Mine is a bit old, so it's got lumps in it, but you know, stuff it, that'll do. And it worked quite well. Adding in a storage solution to the drawers, which will also hold the handles in place. A batten on the back of the drawer front and on the drawer back will hold a wee sliding tray, which effectively increases the amount of storage space. I just knocked that up from wood scraps, so I won't show you a close-up. Now for the fun bit, adding in some drawer liners. These particular ones smell of sandalwood and rose, which is totally yummy. And a lovely William Morris design. However, they are pricey, so I'm not putting 2 drawer liners in every drawer. I've just used a piece of plain wallpaper, lining paper, for most of the drawers with one nice smelly sheet on top, which works just as well. Of course, modern furniture doesn't really require drawer liners, but if you've got wooden furniture, it does. the key for this still works, so I added a little tassel, which really finishes it off. And there we are, looking good, not going to the dump, saving me money, ready for its next 100 years.